Welcome children. So today we are going to see in detail how the heart works, functioning of the heart and how blood is being pumped with the help of this pumping machine in our body, which we call it as a heart, and what is the other functions of blood. All these things we are going to cover today's class. Okay. So as we have seen in earlier class that heart is a four-chambered complex organ, very important organ in our body. So the impure blood, roughly schematically if we consider, it is in the shape of a fist, small one, and its size also is given. This heart is frankly divided into four chambers. The first chamber and the second chamber, actually right side and the left side are the two chambers, and then further they are classified into four parts. This is the right atrium, this is the left atrium, this is the right ventricle, and left ventricle. So you see how the heart works. With the help of certain veins reaching the right ventricle, deoxygenated or impure blood reaches this part. Deoxygenated minus oxygenated blood will come here. That will be pushed forward into the atrium, right one. From the right atrium, the pulmonary vein, pulmonary artery is going to take it to the lungs for purification. How the lungs work we have seen in the respiratory system also. And oxygen get mixed with this deoxygenated blood. Here the blood becomes oxygenated and carbon dioxide is released, and then this pure blood is going to reach your left atrium. Oxygenated blood is going to come here and it will be moving to the left ventricle, and from the left ventricle, you see there are valves present in between the ventricles and the atrium so that there will be no backflow of blood. When the heart pumps the blood from this left ventricle is sent to the remaining parts of the body with the help of a biggest blood vessel in our body, that is called as aorta, and then complete branching reaching to body. All other body parts, this oxygenated blood is going to reach with the help of further branching of aorta, the capillaries and other smaller blood vessels, and again when it becomes deoxygenated, it is carried by the veins reaching to the right side of your heart. That way the heart functions as a pumping machine of our blood. Okay. Then if you want to perform some activity, how the heart works, to see that we can make a certain material we can use and make up a structure like that of a heart. So process of pumping the blood towards various parts of the body and bringing it back again towards the heart is called as blood circulation. So as to maintain the continuity in the circulation, heart alternately contracts and relaxes. Consecutively, single contraction and relaxation of a heart is going to be your one single heartbeat. Okay. with one single heartbeat, one time contracting, one time relaxing of the heart. When it relaxes, blood will enter. When it contracts, blood will be pushed into the blood vessels. So 2 feet long rubber tube you can take to make this activity work out with small apertures. One stopwatch also you can have, and a funnel. But I don't think at home you may be having all these things. So this funnel can be fitted to the rubber tube, and wide mouth of the funnel on the left side of the thorax can be kept, and bring the other end of the tube near your ear, just like a stethoscope. Otherwise, you can just visit a family doctor and see how the stethoscope works. And we can hear the heartbeat, and we can record in per minute how much times your heart is beating. So the correlation between heartbeat and pulse felt at the wrist also, because the blood is flowing through your complete body. We can feel the pulse behind the ear and near the heel of the foot also, because blood flow is going to each and every part of your body. And if you get injured, you can find that the blood oozes out, comes out of your wound. So this blood is the only material that is circulating throughout your body, and it is only responsible for carrying all the nutrients as well as oxygen to each and every cell of your body. Okay, so this blood is very important. Blood is the red colored fluid material in our body. We all know that. And it is a fluid connective tissue. Why is it called as a connective tissue? Because it connects all different parts of our body into one by just circulating all over the body. The oxygenated blood is deep red in color. We all have seen that. Salty to taste. Have you tasted? If you get a finger cut and all, have you put it in your mouth? It is little salty with pH 7. The pH of blood is 7. Blood is, that is normal pH, and blood is composed of mainly 2 components. In blood, there are 2 things. One is the plasma, that is the basic fluid. It's a straw colored liquid in which the blood cells are suspended. And these cells, along with the other nutrients as well as oxygen, are being transported to each and every cell of our body. So plasma is actually pale yellow, light yellow colored fluid, which is transparent, clear, and slightly alkaline it is. It contains about 90 to 99%, 90 to 92% water in plasma. Okay, and proteins are also there, 6 to 8%, and 1 to 2% in organic soil. You can note down what is there in the plasma. 3 components. Maximum it has water, 90 to 92% water. Then it has 6 to 8% of proteins, and only 1 or 2% of the inorganic salts. These are the 3 components of plasma. Okay, that you should know. Then albumin distributes the water all over the body. Globulins give protection. Then fibrinogen and prothrombin helps in blood clotting process. And inorganic ions like calcium, sodium, potassium, you all have heard these terms about these salts. are there to control the function of muscles as well as nerves. So this plasma is also a very important component of the blood. So many things are present in it. And in this fluidic plasma, the blood cells are suspended. Blood cells are further of three types. You all have heard about them. What are the three types of blood cells? RBC, WBCs, and platelets. These are the three blood cells that are suspended in your blood. Okay. Now, RBC, the name is a short form. Full form is red blood corpuscles. Okay, or cells you can say. Red blood cells or red blood corpuscles. It is small, it is circular and enucleated cells. It's not going to have a nucleus. These cells appear red due to the hemoglobin that is present. Hemoglobin percent we always measure in the pathology if we are feeling anemic and weak. If hemoglobin is down in percent, we feel weak or anemic. Oxygen dissolved in blood due to hemoglobin only. Hemoglobin is the one thing in RBC that has the capacity to hold on to oxygen, which is also very important for us. And then 50 to 60 lakh RBCs are present in each cubic centimeter, cubic millimeter of the blood. In a test tube, if 1 cubic millimeter blood is taken, it will possess about 50 to 60 lakh RBC. Okay, that is the normal count. When in the pathology, if you give the blood, they will test and they will write down the count of RBC, WBC as well as platelets. And during this dengue time, we all know that platelet count is going down and it is a dangerous situation. You can get admitted in the hospital because of that. So these all normal count should be retained. RBCs are produced in the red bone marrow and live for about 100 to 127 days. One cell will be alive from 100 to 127 days only, not more than that. And white blood cells, which are the second cells in the blood, these are large, nucleated and colorless cells. That's why they are named white blood cells or corpuscles. They are about 5,000 to 10,000 per millimeter, cubic millimeter. Blood will possess about 5,000 to 10,000. So you see 50 to 60 lakh RBC, that much blood will possess 5,000 to 10,000 WBCs, and 5 types of WBCs are present in our blood. WBCs are further classified into 5 types. They are basophil, eosinophil, neutrophils. WBCs are of 5 types. Basophils. Second is eosinophils. Then note down this. Third one is your neutrophils. Fourth is your monocytes. And fifth type of WBC are the lymphocytes. You see, even if any one out of these 5 gets reduced in number or increased in number. On that basis, the doctor will diagnose if you are being suffering from some disease or not. If you have infection in the body, their number will increase to fight against that infection. So in blood test, you can observe from the pathology, anybody's test or your own blood test. If you have, you can check it out how these number of WBCs are counted over there, and normal range is also given in the report. The function of these WBC is to attack the pathogen. What work it is going to do? Attack the pathogens or the disease causing agents entering our body. They protect us from microbial diseases. Microorganisms, when they enter our body and try to create some infection or disease, first of all, they are there to protect us. They will fight, they will attack and kill them. But if our WBCs are low in number or they are not as active as they should be, then you will be suffering from the disease. So our actually immunity depends upon these WBCs. They are also produced in the red bone marrow, and WBC act as soldiers of our body. What are they called? Soldiers of our body. They try to kill the enemy, that are the disease causing agents entering our body. Okay. And the last component of the blood is the platelets. We all know that it is very important to make the blood clot. If the blood will not clot, it will be a dangerous situation. These cells, you see, are extremely small and disc shaped. They also look very different from RBC and WBC. They are about 2.5 to 4 lakh present in cubic millimeter of blood. And the function of the blood platelets in blood is clotting process is done because of them only. In sugar patients and all, we find that they face a lot of problem because the blood is not getting clotted, and even if a small cut in the body, whole of the blood can be washed out from the blood veins and arteries. So they have to be very careful, and blood platelet count is to be maintained even for the dengue patients. And the different functions of blood, if you consider, up till now we all have discussed, just one revision, last one, that is transport of gases. We all know in the lungs what is going to happen. Oxygen is carried via blood from lungs to cells in various parts of the body, and carbon dioxide from the tissue to the lungs. Then transport of nutrients is another function of blood. Simple nutrients like glucose, amino acids, fatty acids are taken up by the blood from wall of alimentary canal and transported up to each cell in the body. Each and every cell should get it, otherwise those cells will become dead. Then transport of waste material is also done by blood. Nitrogenous waste like ammonia, urea, creatine are released by tissue into blood, which carries those to kidney for excretion. In the kidney, filtration of blood is taking place where these unwanted things are removed. Then protection is done by WBC that we have seen. So antibodies are produced in the blood only, and they protect the body from microbes, microorganisms, and other harmful pathogens or particles. Then transport of enzymes and hormones is done by blood only. Hormones are released by our different glands, pituitary gland, the thyroid gland, variety of glands in our body we have earlier studied. So the whatever hormones they are releasing, they are transported to the target site by the blood only. Blood transport enzymes and hormones from the site of their production to the site of their action. Now in teenage, now thyroid glands are releasing the thyroxine and taking it to your arms, and your arms and legs are growing longer and longer. So that way your height is being increasing. So hormones are also transported by blood only. Then thermoregulation is done by body temperature. We all know that we are warm blooded. We can adjust our body temperature with the surrounding. So our body is more durable than the smaller organisms who are cold blooded. So body temperature is maintained constant at 37 degrees by vasodilation and vasoconstriction. By the blood only it is done. And maintaining the balance of sodium, potassium in the body is also done by blood. Sodium potassium level is also very important. Otherwise you will feel very weak, and you can suffer from variety of diseases. If bleeding occurs at the injury, platelets are there to clot the blood, and a protein called fibrinogen of the blood form a clot and seal that injury that you all have experienced. Blood clot is coming up, and excess of blood loss is not possible because of this clotting of the blood done by the platelets in our blood. So all these are the functions of our blood. I shall send you functions of blood on our group. You can note down in the copy, okay, and study nicely, because blood and functioning of the heart are again going to be there in your higher classes, that it's 10th standard. Okay, so bye all of you.